Hello, this is Yunus Ali from edgepro.org. This is the fifth tutorial for complete beginners in programming core Java. In our last tutorial, we looked at primitive data types, and there are 8 primitive data types in Java. And in this tutorial, we are going to look at first non-primitive types, string types, and then in the next tutorial we are going to look at loops. But before we deal with loops, we need to know how to represent text in Java. So I am in NetBeans IDE as usual, and I am going to create new Java project. So first of all, go to File, New Project, select Java application, click Next. Here I am going to give a name for my project. I am going to give it as a tutorial 2. Okay, be sure this is a main class. Check this checkbox and click Finish. And here is my application. Okay, see here tutorial, and there is a tutorial 2 class here. Okay, as we saw in our first tutorial, must have a main method, that is public static void main method, okay, which is here. Okay, so we saw in the last tutorial, you can create an integer variable in which you can put integer into it. Say for example, I am going to delete all these comments. So there is a package tutorial 2, and in this package there is a class tutorial 2 and a main method where our coding goes. Okay, so for example, my int is equal to 7. Okay, and in the same way you can create string type which can hold text, except that string starts with uppercase S. Because string is not a primitive type, it is actually a class, and I call this text, for example it could be anything, and I set up equal to some text, say string. Make sure it is started with capital letter S. Okay, string, suppose I am naming it as text, is equal to hello. As usual, every statement should be closed with semicolon. Okay, string here is a type of object. String here is a type of object that can hold text. Okay, that can hold text hello. Okay, and I can output that by just printing system dot out dot print ln, and closing this and just typing the variable text. Now if I run this program, see what happens. You can see here the output we are getting is hello. Okay, and you can also do some interesting things with strings. Now I am going to type only some blank space here. string, okay, blank is equal to, just I am giving some blank space, okay, and I will create another string called, so there is a spelling mistake here, string, I will create another string called, suppose name is equal to YouTube. Okay. Now I have created 3 strings. I can add all these 3 strings together. Say I can say string greeting is equal to this text variable plus blank plus name. Now when I run this program, see greeting, you can see the output hello space YouTube. That is, all these 3 strings have been concatenated. Okay, hello space and YouTube. Okay, in fact you can add string objects together directly, because I can achieve something, same thing if I type like this. Okay, now what I am going to do is, instead of typing 3 things, I can do it in single way. Say I am removing this, system.out.println is equal to hello plus, I am giving a bit of space here, plus YouTube. Okay, and if I run the program again, you can see I am getting the same result. And also if you got an int, you can concatenate the same thing with string. Okay, I will show you how we can do that. Suppose what I am going to do is we are having one integer myInt7. If I type here like this, suppose my integer is plus my int, that means I am calling this variable here. Okay, if I run this program now, you can see my integer is 7. Okay, you are getting my point. Now I am going to show you how you can output text and work variables into it. Okay, and one last thing, suppose you have a double variable, say double my double my double is equal to some value, say 8.89. now I am going to print the same thing, my number is, okay, my double plus suppose full stop. Okay, if I run this same program again, You see, my integer is 8.89. If I place some space here, my integer is 8.89. It is clearly, you can see here. So we can play a bit with strings here. That's all for now. For more tutorials, visit edgepro.org, and happy coding. Thank you.